What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 6. It's Wednesday morning about 8 o'clock. I'm about to go get my fasted cardio in, and I'm trying to get back here and get something to eat because I'm freaking starving. So let's go get this fasted in. You can use that fridge too if you want to. Honestly, this is the hardest part for me. A lot of people hate cardio. Everybody hates freaking cardio, you know? But this shit right here, this is what makes the difference. Every single day, getting in here and doing your cardio like you need to, doing the hard shit, not just cardio, all that shit that you don't want to do every day. That's what makes the difference. That's what sets me apart from everybody else on stage. That day I get on stage, and every single day I come in here and do this, I'm checking that box. Everybody else out there, the other guys that are going to be on that stage, they might check that box too. But they're not going to go as hard as I'm going to go. They're not going to push as hard as I'm going to push. You got to remember that. Bodybuilding, you don't see the competition until the day of the show. By then it's too late. You don't know who's gonna be there. So you gotta push yourself to the edge every freaking day. You can't take a day off. It's gotta be bigger than, I feel like doing the cardio this morning, I'm tired, it's bullshit. You gotta fucking do it every day. You gotta make that choice, that hard decision. Whenever it's easy and nobody's looking, just skip the cardio. Coach won't know. Nobody's gonna realize that I did my cardio this morning. How would anybody even know? Because your ass is gonna be fat on stage. That's how they're gonna know. Alright, so we're back to the house. Before I get my meal in, I need to weigh in with Matt. Yesterday, he gave me a high day. I dropped 2 more pounds on Sunday. And usually after I have a big drop like that, he may give me a cheat meal. He may give me a high day. Typically it's just a high day. But sometimes he may do nothing and just see why it happened. But anyways, I gotta get my weight and some pictures, send those into Matt, because like I said, I had the high carb day. I had a high carb day yesterday. I had like over double my normal carbs, so we'll see where my weight's at and see if I gain any weight. That puts me up about a pound, 1.8 pounds from yesterday. A little bit. So now we're gonna hit some poses. Send those into Matt, see what he thinks. Alright, so got a little bit of extra posing in today. Other than just my check-in photos with Matt, I'm going to start posing probably 5 times a week from here on out until the show. Posing is definitely an important part of your prep. Super important. First off, you could have the best physique in the world, but if you don't know how to show it on stage, you might not place where you should have placed, and that's a really that's a really crappy reason to not do well in a bodybuilding show, is because you didn't prepare and learn your poses and learn how to pose correctly. And not only correctly, but you need to have the posing condition whenever you're in a show. And if you don't, that's a really crappy reason to lose, or to not place where you should have placed. That's stuff that can be fixed in a couple weeks, in a day if it's just hitting the pose correctly. But posing super important, so I'm going to start doing that more, probably every morning from here on out. But now, I got finished with the poses. I got to put the email together once we get to the shop, send it to Matt for my check-in after my high day. Got to let those assholes in, and got my meals, coffee. So, being in the rush that I'm in, trying to get the dogs fed, just haven't done fasted cardio and all that, I forgot that I haven't eaten this morning. So, another rush to get this shit put together. Luckily by now, I can pretty much eyeball my oatmeal. I've done it so many times. No cane. $60 grams oatmeal still. 70 grams protein. So this next bit that I'm going to talk about, this next segment of the video, I'm going to be talking about getting registered to do an NPC show, whether it's bodybuilding or physique or bikini or whatever. I'm going to walk you through the steps of how to get registered with the NPC, how to get registered for your show and your tanning and the hotel and all that stuff. So if you have no interest in this, if this just is not something you care to hear about, this segment's probably going to be a little long, so just go ahead and fast forward through it if you want. If you do have some kind of interest, or you're just interested in the ins and outs of getting registered for it, go ahead and watch. But I just figured I'd forewarn you, if you have absolutely no interest in this, it may be a little dry for the next 8 to 10 minutes or so. So here we go. Okay, here we go. So, there's the Kentucky Derby, which was 2018, April 28th of this year, and then there's the Kentucky Muscle. So we're going to click on the Kentucky Muscle. The Kentucky Muscle is also a pro-amateur show, or a pro-am. So they have pro classes there too. So there will be pros, pro bodybuilders and pro men's physique and classic physique guys competing there that weekend too. So I'm going to go down to NPC bodybuilding. The NPC is the amateur division. So I'm going to click here. Here's the entry forms. I'm going to go to the online entry form. And I'm going to fill it out. Okay, so here's where it fills it. I'm filling out all my information. So it's going to ask you for a bodybuilder. It's going to ask me for my height, which doesn't really apply, but they just ask for it anyways. They're going to enter your weight. So this is kind of a confusing question. So are they asking me my weight right now or the weight that I plan to compete at? Personally, I take this as the weight that I plan to compete at. So we're going to say 225 because I'm assuming that I'm going to be a heavyweight. That's the weight that we're shooting for. I'm 237 right now. It's 7.5 weeks out. I would ballpark me at 225. Last year I competed at 233, but we didn't pull my water for that show. So, you know, if I end up being a super heavyweight and being over 225, it's not a big deal. But I'm just going to put my target weight. I'm going to put bar benders. They're going to ask you for your shirt size because they usually have like goodie bags, and they'll usually throw in a shirt for the for doing the show. So we're going to say 3X because I don't ever really wear those except for the gym or something. And then they're going to ask what hotel I'm staying in. So the host hotel is the hotel that hosts the show. So typically the venue or where they have the bodybuilding show is going to be attached to that hotel, or sometimes it'll be right down the street. Technical difficulty there, but so one more thing you're going to have to get is your NPC card. Okay, so that's going to register you with the NPC to do any show that you want within the NPC through the year of 2018. So it's not fiscal year October to October or whatever it is. It's not a year from when you get your card. I'll get my card whenever I go to the show, or I may get it before. Let's say I get it right now. My eligibility is only for 2018. So I'm going to pay $125 for my NPC card, and it's only good until January 1 of 2019. It's bullshit. It's a money racket. Whatever. Don't worry about it. Just get your NPC card. That way you can register for your show. You can register for the show without it and then get your NPC card at the show, but there's always a huge line to get your NPC card. So if you've already got it, you're ahead of the game. So try to get it before you go. This is what I was talking about. This is going to tell you what time weigh-ins are. NPC card right here is available. $125 cash, check, or money order at the show. Your official numbers will be at the show. Collection of CDs for evening posing. So bodybuilders, you're going to have to do a posing routine in the evening. It's mandatory. You have to do it. If you don't show up for it, you're not going to place. So get your music together. No cussing is allowed. Put it on a CD with only that song. Take it to them at the athletes meeting that morning, the Saturday morning of, or take it to them at weigh-ins the night before. Be ahead of schedule. I am always late for everything except for my shows. Whenever it comes to my shows, I'm always early for everything. Go there, sit around and wait. Don't worry about it. Just be there. You don't want to be stressing out about being late. For your tan, so schedule your appointment here. So you got to schedule your appointment because they get booked up. And so your standard package is going to be $120. Unlimited is $150, and they got more and more and more. just get the standard package, guys. These guys work with you really well. 1 to 3 coats of color is what it includes. If you require more, you can pay an extra $30, which will knock you up to the next highest rate, or the next highest package, which is what you would have paid anyway. So pay the cheaper price, and if you need more, just pay the extra $30. And honestly, they may not even ask you for it. There's been a couple shows where they just didn't have anybody in there, and I needed help, and they just put me in there and they just touched me up. They already had the tanner in the machine, and they're like, "It's all right, man. Just come in here. We'll touch you up and we'll fix you." Those guys are really good about doing that stuff and helping people out. I know I'm talking fast, but I'm just trying to knock this out without having a 10-minute segment, and I know it's already going to be like 10 minutes. Other than booking your tan, so mine is going to be booked, we're going to say Friday at, so check-ins ended at 5 p.m., okay? So I'm going to book mine, we'll say 7 o'clock. Do whenever you get on the Liquid Sunrays website, assuming that's who's doing the show, which they do a lot of the shows. You're going to have to register. You have to log in before you can book your tan. So, let's see if I can get back to the Kentucky Muscle. There we go. Go to book, and we're going to go to Kentucky. And we're going to go to the Kentucky Muscle, October 20th. And we're going to book it for 7 o'clock. Tyler Crisp. So that's it. Now I put my payment information in here. And then that'll be paid for, and my tanning will be booked. So I'll have registered. I'll have my tanning booked. I'm going to go through, register for my NPC card, and then I need to book my hotel, which I'm about to do as well. And then I'm good. I don't have to worry about anything else. I show up, I weigh in, I check in, and I go get tanned, and I hang out at my hotel that I've already booked. Okay, and then the next morning I go back down to them. They're going to check my tan, fix me up. I'm going to go change, pump up, get on stage, compete, wipe down, get checked again before I go in for the evening show. They're going to fix me up. I'm going to go back on stage. I'm going to win my class, and then I'm going to turn around, I'm going to go win the overall, and then we're going to go eat some food afterwards.
You have to eat the dream. You have to sleep the dream. You have to dream the dream. You got to touch. You have to see it when nobody else sees it. You have to feel it when it's not tangible. You have to believe it when you cannot see it. You got to be possessed with the dream. The dream.
That's life. Things don't always go like you plan or like you want. Obviously, everybody wants to win. Everybody wants to be in the first call out. Everybody wants to be front and center stage. And sometimes it just don't work out that way.
You're training and you're eating. You're training, you're eating, you're sleeping. It's really just robotic, you know, like bodybuilder central. They train really hard, they eat really hard, and they do everything hard.
In any fucking thing, success requires obsession. I can't say it enough. You must be obsessed.
That's mean, last means finish. End of the job.
Alright guys, so I did another AM workout. Went ahead and did that before my fasted cardio. Just really wasn't feeling it last night, and I'd rather skip the workout at night and get it in the morning and get a good workout in than get a bad workout in the evening. So I'll actually be in here this morning, which I just finished training, and then I'm gonna come back in tonight. So today will be a 2-day. That way I'm not missing any workouts through the week. And I feel pretty good today. I feel strong, so I don't think tonight will be any issue. I've got arms and shoulders this evening anyways, so it's not like a super taxing workout. And then I'm actually going to throw in some extra cardio this evening post-training. But other than that, guys, if you have any questions about, like I mentioned before in the video, if you have any questions about getting into bodybuilding, or how to get into, or how to get registered for your first show, how to pick your first show, feel free to comment in the section below, or shoot me a message personally. That's fine too. I've been dabbling in a little bit of coaching, diet coaching, so that may be something that I start taking on more of in the near future, but that's to be determined. Just got all the paperwork finished for the loan for the bank, for the new gym, so we get that stuff turned in hopefully this afternoon, and hopefully in a week or two I'll have some good news for you guys. So like I mentioned before, if you have any questions or comments about anything in this video, feel free to ask me in the comments below, and I'll make sure to address it in the next video. But other than that, train hard guys, stick with it. I'll see you on the next episode.